You probably have seen this music video by Wizkid, but what you probably have not seen is the countless amount of crew and equipment required to create these stunning images.
Since the sun was coming from this direction, I just had all the lights wrap around here to create like a gradient.
So today in the studio, we brought in Fedworks, who's responsible for the cinematography in this amazing music video and countless other music videos to his portfolio. It's going to be demystifying and breaking down in detail how he created these beautiful images. Join us on today's episode as we break down IDK Wizkid featuring Zlatan with the one and only Fedworks. So without further ado, without wasting much of your time, let's bring in Fedworks. Everyone behind the camera, clap.
Wow.
Clap for Jesus. Thank you. Welcome, Fed.
Yep.
This is like your second time on the channel.
I mean, it's family now.
Man, how's it now? Clean shelling now. What's popping?
Oh, good.
I won't do podcast with you, but I said I didn't know your story, so there's no need. Let's break down some.
I figure that's a story. I don't know.
Anyways, I chose one video that's one of your goats.
You want everybody to know I'm FC. They will come for me.
Okay. I chose the Wizkid video, Wizkid featuring Zlatan, IDK. So I'm just going to play this first video and I'm going to pause it at any frame I feel like.
Okay.
And then you just walk us through the cinematography.
No problem. That's why we're here.
Okay, first we're going to start with the first frame of the video. This is an amazing composition. This is an amazing frame. I assume that you guys saw this already from Recce and plan to take it. So
funny thing, we didn't Recce this space. I've always wanted to shoot here, and God being so kind, the director also wanted to shoot here.
Okay.
And so I think we had like a reference from a documentary.
Yeah.
We just saw it as a reference.
Yeah.
And I mean, when we got here, it was like, we shot this very early in the morning. I shot like around 8. And the sun was doing what it was supposed to do, shadows and everything was
was there
nice.
Any particular time of day you had to shoot this place?
So, I told the producer that if we want to shoot here, we had to shoot it like very early in the morning.
Why?
And because when you shoot it very early in the morning, the sun is not harsh.
Yeah.
The sun is very calm. The sun is just setting.
Yeah.
And the shadows are right. And early morning sun has a very, very soft on your skin too, and it was very nice. And I said, okay, the best time to shoot this would be very early in the morning. And under the bridge, I think maybe because it's still early, he had like these little fogs.
Oh, dope! Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, so natural ease.
Natural ease. So yeah. So for this frame, we had other frames, and this was the one I made the video. For this composition wise was just showing the symmetry with the bridge. So the director had to just start placing guys here. For this scene, I didn't really use any lights.
Yeah, natural.
Or just natural lights. If you notice, it was all backlit.
Yeah, backlit.
Because the sun was behind, so it was just setting and so shadows in front.
Sick.
Basically. And yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's talk about this frame.
This frame.
What was like the lighting? Why did you and the director choose this location? Just break it down. What was the lighting for it? I'm really particular about the lighting for this scene. Was it all natural?
It was natural and artificial. So if you notice here, you have the sun.
Mm-hmm.
This is sunlight. It's not even my own light. And then if you check his glass, there's a bounce board here. A little bit. I think there's a bounce board here. And then to augment the sun, I still had like I think it's a Dino 4 bulbs or something.
Yeah. Somewhere
around here, just pushing in for his face right here. Then I also still had another bounce somewhere here. Just lift the shadows here.
Dope.
Yeah, so it was like a little bit more with the sun, but just augmenting what the sun was doing for us and adding a little bit of bounce.
This is more of the director's question, but is there any reason for this location in particular? Before he answers the director's question, I'm a director myself, so I'd like to tell you about something I have for you. If you're interested in learning the art of directing commercials, I've taken some time to record a full-fledged 11-module course that breaks down everything I've learned about directing commercials in this region from 2018 down to this point. Over the course of my career, I've been privileged to direct commercials for brands like Kellogg's, MTN, and Malta Guinness, and a couple others more in the portfolio. And I've been able to condense all my thoughts and everything I've learned from this process over the past 7 years into a course. So if you're interested in breaking into the commercial industry, or probably at a point where you're in a bit of confusion, I don't know how to move on or break into the industry, I tell you this course is for you. Check out the link in the description. And now let's get back into the video.
So we did Recce for it's National Theatre, and we were doing Recce, and we got to this part. It was already in the treatment. They had like this outdoor vibe, and they wanted to have this a little bit of showing Lagos a bit. And we got to this part. I liked the pillars.
Yeah.
And I took a picture and I showed the director, and he loved it too. And I love when directors are very collaborative. Yeah. And he said, okay, let's bring Wiz here. And on the day of shoot, he brought Wiz here, and it made sense. We even had him on the floor.
Yeah.
Had him stand by the wall. And the song too was also doing like justice to like most of the shots. And yeah.
Dope. Let's talk about this frame. So you guys were on the Jeep or something here?
Was it a Jeep? No, I think it was tripod. We couldn't take like heavy equipment to this location because it's under the bridge. Like,
dope.
When you get to this part of the bridge, like it's a highway where cars are going like very fast. So we had to cross, and we couldn't take like a lot of equipment. So it was just a tripod, I think on an Apple box, and just tilting down a bit.
What was the lighting for this?
So for this, because we shot early in the morning, I had the artificial light here.
Yeah.
So, but if you notice, the light around here was still the sun, and still the sun hitting
from
the back. Since our backlight, then I would think we had like a Series C or 600D, just through a diffusion, 4x4 diffusion, hitting the back, just to lift up the shadows a little bit. I think this was just because the bridge had like an opening.
Yeah.
That's where the source of light was coming. So it was 70% natural light and a little bit of 30% of artificial light. Yeah.
I actually like the frame. That's why I actually paused on this frame. Let's go. Yep. I like there's a lot going on. There's a lot of choreography.
Yeah.
It's very, very appealing to the eyes. Tell me what's going on here in terms of cinematography.
Yeah, if you know the director, he's a fan of choreography, and he likes frames, he always for him, I think one of his motto is that for him to make a video, every frame in the video has to make sense. So he wants you to pause the video and love that frame. Frame. Lighting wise, I think we had like lights from everywhere, basically. So this, we still had like shadow areas. This is our shadow area. I think the sun was already going down here.
Okay.
So this was our shadow area. And we had
the sun was basically coming from this angle.
We had the sun here. I think we had like a backlight, a Dino light again. Like I think it's 6 bulbs coming towards this direction.
Basically simulating more of the sun.
More of the sun. So while I'm a one light kind of guy, but I still try to add other lights. So what I just did was, since the sun was coming from this direction, I just had all the lights wrap around here to create like a gradient. So from hard to soft. So hard, then soft here. But basically all the lights were coming from one direction, and this was just our shadow area, and it was outdoor. And this was on a Jeep.
On a Jeep, right?
Yeah,
like yes, were you sitting in a Jeep or it was automatic?
It was an automatic crane. I was sitting on it, so it was just top down.
So this shots here where they were riding on, it was all just natural light.
It was all natural. I think we're losing daylight, and that's why it's good to work with an AD that understands. That's a sense of for sense of shooting and a sense of production. Because this thing, we're not supposed to even shoot it because we lost daylight. Everybody was rushing.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, we need to take this shot. And the director was like, okay, let's go for it. And it was just quick. I think that's where it's a picture that I was trending at one time when I was on the bike. Yeah. And I had the camera. And there was no filter or anything. I just shot it like that. And that was like it. There's a funny story about this video.
What was it?
So when I got a brief for this project, I was not in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And I think I was in Paris, and I was not even supposed to come back. And they said, "Oh no, you have to come back to shoot this video." I'm like, I'm still enjoying myself.
Cut your trip.
And I was like, which made sense when that's I like collaborating with people that are like I told my collaborators and our family and friends, because it was more of like the director was like, you know what, if he's not fed, and I'm not shooting to anybody if he's not fed, or we just get me a white DP. And I'm like, so I had to just show up. That's why I tell people that most of the time, money is good, but the relationship you build with people is very important than money. So I had to come back because I value the relationship. So that was like the funny story behind this video. I had to come back and I show up. It was my goat anyway, so what do you expect?
Makes sense.
I had to show up.
Let's talk about this scene, this location. There's quite a lot going on here. There are no windows in this scene, just to be particulars. What was your plan for the cinematography of this scene in particular when you got the brief and saw the location? So
for the brief, I think for the brief we were supposed to shoot it on like a steady cam kind of thing, and we go on set and I think we're doing lights, we're setting up lights, And I think I was with the camera trying to check one thing, and the director was like, you know what, we'll shoot this thing handheld. And it made sense because this place was built close to National Theatre. It was an outdoor. And
so this was actually built. It's not an
yeah, it was built. It was not an actual location. It was actually built, and it was small, and there was the heat inside was a lot. So I mean, you're shooting with, you don't want him to be sweating on Zlatan. So we had to reduce the number of people. So I had to just, and the handheld made sense. And we started shooting handheld for everything. So all the shots inside here or in here was all done handheld. And for the lighting, it was more. So I already told the art director. I mean, I work with great people already, so they already have like
a vibe.
Yeah, so I told the art director I wanted like a little bit of practical lights on the wall. And so we had like, I think we had like 6 or 4 practical lights on the wall. Some are hidden.
Okay.
Like off camera. Yeah, so we had some on this side, some on this side. Then what I just did was I brought him in a I think the 4x4 Falcon light or aperture to just give us a little bit of light for key lights, and also had like tubes moving around and one coming from that camera angle.
So there was a tube on the camera?
No, not on the camera. So I had somebody hold the tube
just following the camera.
This is light from from the matte light.
Yeah.
And we had one tube. If you notice when the camera goes into his face, it helps just give the face a little bit of light and give catch light to the face. So that was like the lighting.
The key light here was just a 4x4. A
4x4 matte light. True diffusion.
Dope.
That's all for this scene. Yeah.
Dope scene. I actually like the idea for this scene. It almost looks like a location that some people will be like, nah, why go on shoot for here?
Yeah. Like an underground kind of thing, yeah.
The final killer scene.
I mean, for this scene, what we just did was, it was supposed to be an outdoor scene, but not night. It was supposed to be day.
Okay.
Towards the evening.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. But I mean, it comes
daylight.
We lost daylight, and we had to look for a way to light it. And shout out to my gaffer, he's a really great guy. But while setting up for this, and because music has to go, so we had one light coming from here, and while we were ready to press record, a car just came from nowhere and just
smashed it.
Pulled, I don't know how the guy did it. Pulled the cable and the lights fell, and that was how this whole place became dark.
Jeez.
I mean, I can't tell the director that we can't shoot again. I was like, oh, and the music was already sitting down here already. So I asked the gaffer, you know what? Back to the basics. Just pushing lights but give me a backlight, give me a key light, and give me a fill. So basically, what we did was pushing this light here for backlights.
What lights was that?
I think that was the XT226, Aperture 26. Then here we're pushing like the Dino again, just to wrap around this place, pushing the Dino here, just to feel his face a bit, and also had our key lights coming from this direction, which was also the aperture through diffusion.
What aperture? The
XT26 coming here. I think we also had like a very small light, which was coming from like, I think it was the 1200. I can't remember. One of that light was just giving us a little bit of ambience here to just give us that wrap around, but it's still the same thing, hard light to soft. Well, yeah, so that's like what we did for this scene. And because when you now turn the camera anyway, able to. So when I was shooting, I started avoiding this dark area, shooting more into the light when I was doing close-ups and into this other side. Yeah.
I was going to talk about the close-ups. The close-ups were really. Did you add like additional lights for the close-ups?
We had tubes. So when we were shooting, we had tubes already. We had tubes, so that was like an advantage for us. The funny thing is, the first time I'm watching this video, like this. I hardly watch my videos.
Why? Why don't you watch?
I feel like I've already done the work. I just take the frames I like and I post.
The frames, is that see what you didn't like?
Once I start watching my game, I'll be like, oh my God, why did I shoot it this way? But I mean, because it starts in errors.
Yeah, let's break down this frame.
Oh.
But did the lighting remain exactly the same way?
Yeah, so I didn't move any lights. I think for this part, the tubes were already dead. And we were just working on last battery. So I was already cranking up my...
So it was just the exact same key that you had?
So the backlight was still there. The key light was still there, but you could not see the fill a little bit.
Yeah.
But what helped this scene was color contrast, for an example. Now, so even if that's another thing when you're doing your lighting. So even if you don't have like great lighting, but you have like your backlight and a little bit of key light, and you have color contrast in the scene, it's going to look cinematic. Yeah. So we had like this off-white happening here. We had this blue, and we had like texture. We had this girl's hair. We had this hair which was white, and we had the yellow and had like this orange. And so already it made the scene look very beautiful.
Very beautiful.
And I mean, they are black skin, and black skin most of the time, or generally, black skin always. They look beautiful when light bounce off them.
Yeah,
like when you bounce light, it makes sense and all that. So it was just, I mean, going back to the basics and just knowing like to know how to shoot it and how to light this. And I mean, we didn't put in any other light. It was still light from the back, your key light, and color just did the work, and frame right.
So you get not even a bounce or anything.
There was no bounce. I'm like, we're rushing. There was no bounce. And because I think for this scene, we already left. In Nigeria, when the artist leaves, it feels like that's the wrap. So we had to like, okay, you know what, you guys should chill. And so it was a quick shot.
Mad. This was a very beautiful project. Even though the way you narrated it looks like there were a lot of challenges.
There were a lot of challenges, bro. But I mean, we don't get to see the problems behind the set.
You only just see the beauty.
Just the beauty.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Fedworks, for breaking down and telling us your secrets. All your secrets is outside now.
Yeah, my secret outside.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate this.
Thank you.
We hope to see you more on this channel.
I'm always here. Just call me. I'll answer.
Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I hope you learned one or two things from this. And as you heard, Fred is always here. Subscribe to see more of this and like the video, and peace out. See you on the next video. Peace
out.
Then subscribe.
Please subscribe. Abi, what's the next? What's the subscribe?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, please.
Peace out.
Need it.